Freak Nation, he is back. Chris Dyson with a big win in Louisiana for the Trans Am Series, which, by the way, you can see on MAV TV. And everybody keeps talking about this finish, man, and how you like finishes like this. Why does a guy that has so many wins, don't you want easy wins from time to time?
Well, I like finishes like they were yesterday more than I like the close finishes like they were 3 weeks ago at Road Atlanta, if that's what you're asking, Kenny. Look, I mean, the fact of the matter is that there's no giveaways in any form of racing, especially not Trans Am. 100-mile sprints, we're out there slugging it out. You got guys like Paul Menard and Adam Andretti breathing down your neck, or you're having to chase them down. It's not, you can't dictate the outcomes.
You can't dictate the outcomes, but fans love parity. I mean, I know you've been so dominant in the past, and that has been so fulfilling for you and your team. But the fans, this series, Trans Am, arguably has grown and grown and grown over the last 3 or 4 years. And now the fans get parity on top of it. I got to say, that's a win-win situation for everyone, kind of.
100%. I mean, look, we're all here to win. These races are meaningful. These championships, are validated by the quality of the competition that's showing up. And, you got top class drivers in top category cars. The fastest cars racing anywhere as far as horsepower is concerned. It's pretty special, and we're all there to win.
Can you explain what was going on in New Orleans this weekend? Not really what was going on. It was basically the Chris Dyson, Paul Menard show. And right now you're chasing Paul Menard for the points championship as well. But he was dominant, or he was more successful in the S's. You had greater straightaway speed. When did you figure that out, and how were you able to capitalize on that?
It's a great question. It's one of these things where, there's a certain element of rolling the dice with these setups and trying to guess what's going to make the Pirellis live with 850, 900 horsepower going into them in that kind of weather. I mean, it was hot down there. Track temperature was probably 115. So it was off the charts. Track was evolving really quickly. It had been raining. I mean, it was underwater on Wednesday. And by Sunday, it was Saturday, Sunday, completely different racing circuit. So as a team, you're trying to guess where not only your car's going to go, but where the other guy's car is going to go. And from our standpoint, we were just sizing each other up. I think from the word go, Paul got the jump, and I just sat there and just watched and realized where he was good and where I was better. And you hold a little bit in your pocket, and then you try to pounce when the opportunity comes along. And we were fortunate to get a break and get through.
Okay, so in a situation like that, you want to be second place. You want to be behind so that you can study your competition and then pounce when the opportunity is perfect.
Look, I think we're trying to spin this in our favor all the time, right? I mean, you want to lead every single lap. I mean, we're kidding each other if we say you want to be second at any point in any race. But
true.
I think a place like NOLA, again, where it's hard to pass. Track position is everything. And honestly, Paul didn't make a mistake yesterday. I mean, he literally drove flawlessly. So it was going to come down to just finding that one window where my car came to me. And thankfully, I had one line I could use. I took that shot, and I was fortunate enough to get it boxed in behind traffic. Picked him right off. You'll be able to see that on MAV TV. If you haven't already, you'll get to see the highlight show this week. Very exciting, though. I mean, world-class racing, side by side, and just at the absolute limit.
Freak Nation, his name is Chris Dyson, winner out of Louisiana, NOLA Motorsports Park. You saw it on MAV TV. And Chris, you're a fit dude, yet you're an older guy than when you got in that car 20, 30 years ago. How much does a race like this, when it's a $115 on the tarmac, take out of you, and how long does it take you to recover?
Well, you don't feel younger at the end. I can tell you that, Kenny. You feel great standing on the podium, but it's sort of temporary insanity when we're out there. Look, at the end of the day, it's a different type of conditioning. Driving these cars, you're in the heat, and that is actually as much as physical and kind of actually like training and weights, and a lot of that goes out the window, and it comes down just to will and psyche, honestly, because the heat is something that is very, very hard to train for. Then you go to a place like New Orleans, where it's strange, right? It never stops. It's kind of like Mid-Ohio, and it's relentless. And you're in these S's, and the S's are just as bumpy as Sebring. So you're in these long, fast corners, and the loadings go on for what seems like forever. Man, I'll tell you, at the end of it, doesn't matter whether I was 26 or 46, it's a beat down.
And I got to say this, every article I'm reading on your win at NOLA Motorsports Park, you're thanking your wife, Joy, for being there and the support that she's provided you through the years. And a lot of people forget about that, man. Married men and women on the road with their spouse there, what it does for them.
Well, yeah, and for us, we've had a lot of kids,
Yep.
so I haven't had the chance to have her with me often, and we don't get to do this enough. We used to do it a lot in our 20s, and it's just so nice to have the time to go down and enjoy the weekend. And I was very relaxed, and we had an absolute blast. And I look forward to us doing it more and more. And the children are old enough now, and boys are getting into racing, and the kids all seem to love it. So it's all happening here. But this was a different kind of weekend. This was kind of a throwback for the two of us.
Well, buddy,
That's awesome.
Thanks for staying off the bottle tonight and being sober for us and taking a shower. Just putting on a button-down shirt, all right?
Yeah, he looks.
No, don't worry about the bottle, Kenny. I'm only drinking gym weed these days.
There
Attaboy.
you go.
Chris,
In Jim Weed victory lane too.
Chris Dyson
Got it,
joining us here in the Freak Nation. You saw his win from NOLA Motorsports Park on MAV TV. Buddy, it's always fantastic when you roll here in the Freak Nation.
I look forward to it every time, guys.
You take car maintenance seriously, and you want to pass on that legacy of care. Use Lucas Heavy Duty Oil Stabilizer to shield your engine from excessive heat, debris, and friction. Trust Lucas Oil. It works.
The weekend racing is over, or is it? Not on MAV TV. Monday is All-American Racing Night on the network which never leaves the track. Sit back and enjoy grassroots red, white, and blue racing from America's most iconic tracks. Whether it's the precise lines of pavement ovals or the door-banging action of the dirt, MAV TV's Monday night lineup will bring you all the action from this country's legendary four-wheel battlegrounds. Monday night is All-American Racing, only on MAV TV, Motorsports Network.
Now that's a good-looking tire from General Tire, the official tire of the ARCA Racing Series. You can't get that one on your hot rod, but you can get now through the end of April 4 qualifying passenger tires and get up to $70 back the Visa prepaid card. We can all use a little bit of cake in our wallet, in our purse, in our pockets, right? 4 qualifying passenger tires get up to $70 back from General Tire. General Tire, over 20 years with the Freaks, and of course, General Tire delivers.